Hello, thank you for that thumbs up. I appreciate you. Happy Monday. I hope if you caught the title, I hope that you have motivated yourself today, giving yourself some words of encouragement, made some moves. Because as usual, it's Motivate Yourself Monday. There's so many things it can be today. Magnificent Monday. Hopefully you've had a magnificent start to your week. But whatever you do, wherever you are, hopefully you found some type of self-motivation to keep you going. Hey, April. How are you, April? Hi, April Showers. Thank you for saying hello. Hope you're having a wonderful week so far. The first day of the work week. Hope your Sunday was great. Technically the first day of the week. And again, I hope that you guys are having a Motivate Yourself Monday. Whatever you did today, whatever you're thinking about doing for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the summer, just in general, whatever you're planning to do, I hope that you find the strength to motivate yourself, okay? Because you're your best motivator. You are your best motivator. You're your best encourager. You're your best cheerleader. You're your best advocate. All right? Nobody's going to want more for you than you. Okay? Now, you have some family and friends who will want more for you, of course. But we're talking about just day to day, day to day in general. Not talking about your loved ones and your friends. We're just talking about in the workplace, at school, at church, in the store, when you're doing some of your activities with your civic organizations in your community. Heck, at the local basketball game, bingo game, wherever you are. Always make sure that you have it in your mind that you're going to motivate yourself. And I know that is easier said than done. We're going downhill, so we're declining, okay? But it can be done, okay? It can be done. It's, if you're in a funk, if you feel like you're depressed in some way, hopefully there is something that you can do, someone you can talk to help pull you up out of that. Someone who truly knows you and loves you to help motivate you. And most importantly, find that motivation if you can in yourself. And sometimes people just can't. Sometimes people can't. And so when you can't or you don't feel like you can, that's when you go to those who know, love you, who you trust, who can trust you. And sometimes you just gotta let them know. You just gotta let them know that you need a little help, okay? Hey everybody, just stop by to say, hey Shawanda. How you doing, Shawanda? I'm good, April. I didn't see that. How you doing? Hey Betty, happy retirement days, comfort foods and more. Oh, you could just say hello, Shawanda, because we can't announce other lives in the live. I appreciate you. I always appreciate you for coming through. I know he probably over there doing something. He's been doing some good, interesting news topics lately, so that's good. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of people talk about it, and I've seen it on the news where the manager was, harmed to the greatest extent that a person can be at her job by a coworker. And, there a lot of people are talking about that. And it's so sad, it's tragic. But there are a lot of questions, that demand a conversation. Hi, Betty. There are a lot of questions that demand a conversation. See, you got to keep talking. Don't worry about the hill. Keep talking, keep moving, keep pushing, keep going. And the next thing you know, you're back up the hill. A lot of conversations about that tragic event. A lot of conversation. Sadly, I don't know, sadly people don't get along and things like that happen. There's so much conversation going on about it. People often say that people are weak. People are weak these days and this, that, and the other. I mean, there has always been a mental component. You can't blame everything on mental illness. But if you look at the young lady's social media, there are some things that, make you question her mental state. But we just can't go around saying that all the time when someone does something like that. If she was able to get up, go to work, and do the things that she does, yes, people have mental illness. And they function every day just fine. Some are medicated, some are not. But say, for instance, the person isn't medicated and they have a mental illness. Sometimes people don't even know they have one, y'all. Sometimes people don't even know that they have a mental situation going on. But, so that's a whole nother story, okay? Sometimes people truly don't understand that they have a mental situation. Sometimes people maybe know, but they believe they can handle it without seeking help, without meds. And, that's not always the case. People sometimes just can't handle it. And sometimes people have anger issues. Anger issues. Now, some may say that that's not a mental illness or a mental situation or whatever you would like to call it. But when you have anger management issues, 9 times out of 10, there's some other stuff going on. Okay, mental, whether it's hormonal, or whether it's just your anger issues. It can be put into one of those mental boxes, okay? One of those mental classifications. Because some people become so angry, they completely lose it. And they can't handle it. And you can see them fighting. It's almost like fighting a demon. So, I have seen people so angry. It's like, some people would probably say like a devil on one shoulder, an angel on one shoulder, and there's a rope and they're pulling it and it's like a tug of war, or they're tapping, and one is trying to tap harder than the other, one is tapping faster than the other. And that person's mindset, once that anger switch has been flipped on, it's hard for them to contain it. Even when they leave a situation, sometimes they go back. Now, of course, there's got to be some mental component going on right there to get out of a situation and then go back. But the court of law is not going to look at that as mental enough that, you're going to get a pass, okay? Some situations, some people, some courts, okay? We know that certain people get, special treatment, privileges. But generally speaking, that's some anger stuff going on. And sometimes when you have trouble controlling your anger, yeah, that is some type of mental situation going on. Again, it can be hormonal. Like you see a person just almost fighting themselves, trying to refrain from losing control, losing their temper. So we got traffic So we're gonna just march right here, just keep moving, and then we keep moving. All right, so we keep moving until we can keep going. So hope that you guys have gotten your hour of exercise in today. If not an hour, at least 30 minutes, according to your fitness level. If you have not done 30 minutes, hopefully you've done at least 15, okay? Gotta start somewhere, right? So if you at least strive to do 15 minutes, hopefully you can find that 15 minutes out of the day and get that walking in, some type of cardiovascular aerobic activity in. And the more you do it, the more your body will love you, the more you'll want to do it. And then you'll start to make time, okay? You start to make time. And you just get up and you'll go. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Just keep moving. Keep pushing. Okay? Keep striving. Keep encouraging yourself. Keep motivating yourself. Just keep moving. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. One step at a time, step by step. Keep encouraging yourself. Keep motivating yourself. All right? Create short-term goals and long-term goals. And when it comes to movement, exercising, workouts, it doesn't have to be focused on losing weight. I know you guys know that. Your focus can be mental peace, your mental health, okay? Exercise really helps you to release those natural feel-good hormones that your body creates naturally, those endorphins. So hopefully if you're stressed in a bad way, because you know stress can be good stress. A wedding is good stress. You're preparing for a wedding, that's good stress. You're preparing for a baptism, that's good stress, right? You're preparing for graduation, prom. Those are good stressors, but they're still stress. So even though they're good stressors or good events, get up and get out when you feel overwhelmed and move. And you can walk. And believe it or not, walking isn't the be-all, be-all. It is free by the grace of God, okay? But you can walk, you can skip, you can jog, you can hike, you can run, you can go swimming, you can get on your stationary bike, you can pull out your bicycle, put on your protective gear and go riding in the park, riding in your neighborhood, just bike riding wherever. Be safe. Make sure that your bike has reflectors. Wear your neon clothing. Do all of those things to stay safe. You can stay at home and walk around the biggest room of your house, or walk around your home, walk around your apartment complex. Do laps. If you're a person who focuses on steps, focus on your steps, get your Fitbit or something like that. But we don't focus on steps so much over here because we already know. We know what time it is with the steps, right? We're focusing on movement. Movement, okay? In the hopes of improvement. So watch the legs move. Look at the legs move. One step at a time, one foot at a time. Look at the feet moving. All right? Sometimes we walk like this. Kind of easy breezy. Okay? It just depends on your mood. But listen, as long as you have gotten up, if you're a person, you're a fast-paced walker, but this week you're busy and you just feel like, I just gotta just get out here and just, take some deep breaths in and just get a nice walk in. And just focus on the walk. You can focus on your walking. And maybe you wanna do a slow walk today or this week. You can walk at a moderate pace, or you can go faster, right? We can power walk. Heel, feet, and toes. Heels, feet, and toes. Heels, feet, and toes. Do a power walk. You can alternate 2 minutes of power walking, 3 minutes of moderate walking. Make those numbers work for you, however they could work for you, right? To get that in. Get those legs moving. Move those arms as well. Move that waist, okay? Put some pep in your step. Put some switch in the hips, okay? Swivel those hips, all right? So I just gave you guys 10 things you can do as far as cardiovascular aerobic activity, right? I do it every day, right? You can dance, right? I said you can walk around your house. You can walk around the inside of your house, one of the biggest rooms, two of the biggest rooms, okay? Just walk up and down the street, walk around the neighborhood, walk at the park. Again, swim, get the kids, grab the kids. Y'all play some touch football, flag football, basketball, volleyball, softball, kickball. You don't have kids, grab the nieces and nephews. You don't have those. If they're not available, they're at school, they're doing this, they're running around. Grab the neighbors' kids, grab the neighbors. Set up a community softball game every week. You at least will get in some activity once a week. You know, wait till the sun goes down or start your games early in the morning and just get that activity in. Cardiovascular aerobic activity. And also get your aerobic activities in, all right? Your resistance weight training, get that in. Get those muscles toned. Get them tight and get them strong, okay? The stronger they are, the more cardiovascular you'll be able to do, all right? Listen to yourself, okay? Walking and Talking is the name of the channel because Walking and Talking does a lot of things for you, and it's a sign of a lot. Good, and it's a sign of when you need to slow down, okay? It's also a sign of when you need to slow down, and or stop. And you can restart later that day, another day, later in the week, right? Listen to how your body feels. When your body talks to you, listen. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. But when your body talks to you, listen to how your body feels, okay? We have a minimum of 5 senses, all right? So I need you to definitely listen, okay, to how your body feels. Listen to how your body feels. And work your body, but make sure you don't hurt your body. Work your body. Don't overexert your body, okay? Hi there, Ali. I wanted to make sure that I said that correctly. Hi, Ali. So watch the legs move. Look at the legs moving. Get up and move your legs. Move your arms. Move whatever it is that you can move, okay? Consistently and be persistent about it. Don't wait on your partner. If you got a workout partner and they're late all the time, listen, see if you guys can change that time, okay? Don't allow them to have you stop, right? Don't allow them to make you stop. Because you're doing what's best for you, right? Don't let the excuse be that your workout partner is always late. Your workout partner doesn't show. If they don't show within 15 minutes, so I take that back. Listen, if they don't show up within 10 minutes and they haven't called you and you have a workout partner, you go ahead and start your workout. Just like I tell y'all, don't let somebody else's goals be your goals. Don't try to keep up with the next person, trying to keep up with where you don't compare. You can't compete where you don't compare. Don't try to keep up with someone else. And on the same token, on the flip side of that, if somebody else isn't ready to get up and move, don't allow them to hinder you. You'd be amazed at how many people decide to meet up and work out. They're going to do this partnership thing. And if one doesn't show up, The other one just goes home. They don't work out. If that's what it's about to you, then you're not doing it for the right reason. The camaraderie is good. The companionship is good. The development of friendship is good. But if you have decided to work out with someone, have a partner that doesn't show, or who's not quite there yet, not quite interested in as you are in exercising and getting better, physically fit like you are, you have to do that on your own. You got to do it on your own. And you got to get up and you got to go. You got to keep moving. You got to get up, okay? And you've got to go. You've got to keep moving. You've got to get started. Once you get moving, keep moving. Keep pushing. Keep striving. Okay? Keep walking. Keep biking. Keep swimming. Whatever it is that you're doing. And swimming is definitely a great exercise, okay? Especially for those who have arthritis. Okay? So, push yourself. You have to motivate yourself. Encourage yourself. Push yourself. And a lot of times you gotta pull yourself. Okay? If it's hard to pull, imagine grabbing a rope, a string. Okay? Imagine tug of war. You're on one end of the string and complacency is on the other end of the string. And let me tell you something, complacency is strong. When you start to pull, you're trying to pull each other across the line, over the line rather, complacency is strong. So make sure that you win. Make sure that you win. Complacency will win some days, okay? We get a little lazy, we get a little tired, we need a break. That is A-okay. But just have it in your mind that you're going to keep going. So get up and keep moving. And like I said, your pace can be slow. We got traffic, we got action, so we march. That's another thing you can do. You can march. All right? We got music. Hold on. And if at any time you guys feel uncomfortable, you feel any discomfort, again, slow down and or stop. If you're talking, stop talking. I know it sounds cute to everybody. Walk and talk, that's the thing now. But you don't have to talk, all right? It can show how fit you are and it can show how fit you aren't, okay? So just walk, just move. Movement creates improvement. Just walk, just move. Get to where you need to go. Get to where you need to go. You have to meet you where you are and start pulling, pushing, climbing, whatever you need to do. Make sure that you stay hydrated, all right? The general recommendation is what? 6 to 8-ounce glasses of water a day in a 24-hour period. Well, listen, that depends on what you do as well, right? Maybe you work outside, you need 10 cups of water. You exercise as well. Maybe you work inside, but you exercise a lot, all right? You need about 10 cups of water, especially during the summer months. Right? Some people 11, especially if you base it on your weight. There are a couple of formulas that you can use to determine how much water you need if you're generally healthy. Now, if you're on fluid restrictions, stick by what the doctor prescribes for you as far as your water intake, your fluid intake. And if you're just like really thirsty all the time, especially in these summer months, see if they can increase it a little bit. Talk with them before you do it. Okay? Talk with them before you do that. We have to look at both sides of the coin, okay? We can get out here and tell people, encourage people to drink water, get to moving. Well, what about those who may question what they can do? You have to remind and reinforce that if you have any health issues, or if it's a situation where you don't quite know if you should do something, consult your primary health care provider, okay? Don't do anything that you see me do or hear me say. If you do so at your own risk. We drop nuggets over here. We drop nuggets over here, okay? That's what we do. We drop nuggets. I want you to take those nuggets and turn them into gems. So we drop nuggets over here, all right? But you know where you are. You know your health status. You know your fitness level. Start where you are. You don't want to overdo it. You don't have to keep up with the person next door, your YouTube neighbor, okay? Do what you can do. Do what's within your realm of possibilities. Because when you try to do otherwise, it doesn't work. And you can sometimes get discouraged. Now, some people are crazy. Some people are crazy. They don't know when they're doing something outside of their realm of possibility, okay? And they just do it. They don't care how they look doing it. They don't care if it's proper structure, proper form, proper technique. Don't be that way. Pay attention to what you're doing. Go to a professional and learn the way to do it, okay? And stick within the realms of your possibility, all right? Just because your neighbor jogs 10 miles every day doesn't mean you have to jog 10 miles every day. You don't even have to walk 10 miles every day. Maybe he or she was a former athlete, current athlete for all you know, okay? People are at different levels. Now, each level has a set of people, but you never know. So don't try to compete with people you don't know, because you'll usually end up competing where you don't compare. So what is the good in all of it if you end up, risking injury? When you try to do things that you know you're not trained to do, you increase the risk for injury. So the best thing that you can do is start where you are, okay? Start where you are and then improve. Start where you are and then improve. You will get there. Your stamina will increase. Your endurance will improve. Hopefully your fitness level will go up. All right? Now, if you're exercising to lose weight, for a lot of people, half of it is in the diet, right? I don't believe in fad diets. I do believe in special diets for special reasons, but I don't believe in fad diets. I don't believe in shortcut diets. I believe in people just eating better, your regular diet. Improve your regular diet. Cut back on the starchy foods. Cut back on the processed foods, all right? Cut back on the sugar. Cut back on the salt. Don't eliminate salt, because I think sometimes salt gets a bad rap. But don't eliminate salt. Make sure that you try your best to keep your electrolytes balanced. Your potassium, your sodium, your chloride, your magnesium, try to keep those as balanced as possible. Your calcium, all those things work on your nerves, your muscles, all right? We want to keep them in check. We want to keep them in check. So if you know you eat too much salt, of course, you definitely want to cut back. But sometimes you're thinking, I don't eat that much, but my sodium level was up. Start to pay attention to packages, okay? Start to pay attention to the packages and paying attention to how much sodium is in whatever it is that you're purchasing. And the perimeter of the grocery store is where you find the better foods, right? The perimeter of the grocery store. So it has been 30 minutes, guys. Again, we named off at least 10 things. We can name off some more. Get on your stepper, all right? Your treadmill, your walking pad, your elliptical, your stationary bike, your regular bike. I think I said that one already. Get up and dance. Just move. Move, move, move. And move to the beat of your own drum. Move to the beat of your own drum. All right? Stay focused. Whether your goal is losing weight, improving your health, you know, you're trying to get the cholesterol down, the blood pressure down, the glucose down, or just feeling better, becoming more fit, okay? Whether it's to relieve stress, all right? Because we don't just exercise to improve physically. We do it to improve physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, right? Because it affects our heart, minds, bodies, and souls, all right? Remember, our words, relax. Every opportunity you get to relax, especially people who are really, really busy, take the opportunities to relax. Hi there, Life with Misty. Misty says, hi, everyone. Take the opportunity to relax, all right? Get your rest, okay? Throughout the year, but especially when it's hot, listen, get your rest, okay? Kids, if you got kids or if you have grandkids or nieces and nephews, if you work with children, they can run you wild, okay? They can run you raggedy, all right? They can. So we're cutting down to trying to do 30 minutes to 45 minutes. You know I encourage you guys to do an hour a day, right? I've done my hour already. But we come on here in the evenings and do our Let's Walk and Talks, okay? We've been doing that for like over 3 years now, okay? With the grace of God, that's what our plan is, to just come over here in the evenings and do our walks and talks. All right? So I want you to relax as much as you can. Rest as much as you can. Release what you don't need, okay? The people, the things, the places you go that you don't need to go. Relate to the things that you can. Things that you can't relate to, let them go. Resolve what you can. What you can't resolve, let it go. All right? God has got it, okay? Remember who you were, who you are, and who you would like to be, okay? Revisit some old good habits that you had, that you just abandoned. You don't know why, but you abandoned them. Remember those old good habits and pick them back up. Activities that you used to do. Refocus, reset, and restart. Remember, we have a very important word over here. It's called self. It's a 4-letter word. It's a prefix to a lot of good stuff. Self-love, self-motivation, self-commitment, self-evaluation, self-determination, self-esteem, self-control. All right? Selfish. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. All right? So think of those R words that we talk about every day. That's what we do over here. We talk about the R words every day. We talk about self. Very important word, very important prefix. Remember to be you, to be original, to be genuinely you. Genuinely you, because everybody else is taken. We can give each other ideas, okay? Formulas, pathways, directions, but you take that and you make it yours. You make it original. You make it unique. Become uniquely you. I want you to remember to take some deep breaths in and out. Deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slow down. It doesn't matter if you're already going slow. Go slower. Bring that heart rate back down. Okay? The goal is to get the heart rate up. You need to know what your heart rate should be with increased activity, whether it's high intensity or low intensity activity. You need to know what yours should be to be safe. Okay? Get it up. Okay, during your warm-up, prepare your body to work. Prepare your body to work. Okay, you do your stretches. All right. What do I say over here? Radar. What does radar do? It's a word that starts with R and ends with R. Level. Starts with L, ends with L. All right. Remember, when you're getting ready to do your workout, you want to stretch. That's R. You want to warm up. That's A. You want to exercise. That's D. You want to cool down. That's your other A. And you want to do what? You want to stretch at the end. That's your last R. You want to start with stretching and end with stretching. Okay, I've been saying that forever and a day. So when you hear that, that's lion's pride. Okay, I've been saying it forever and a day. Eating and exercising, yes, they correlate, but I correlate them in a different way. Right? My warm-up is my appetizer. Right? The exercises that I do during the workout, that's my entree. And my cool down is my dessert. So I've done that already today. And I come back on here and I have a second dessert when we walk and talk. Okay? So you exercise, you start to warm those muscles up, right? Get that fluid flowing. Your heart is a pump. It is the most important muscle in your body. It pumps all the fluids, the nutrients, everything that you need, it pumps it throughout your body. All right? So you want to work your body, but don't do too much. Know the perimeters of which you are right now, that you should stay within right now. And hopefully you'll get better and better and better. All right? Know your limits. Know your limits. Know your limits. So yes, you want to get that warm up in about 5 minutes. Some people may go 10 minutes. Get that warm up in. Some people may even go 15. All right? The heart rate starts to go up. Okay? Blood is flowing. All right? That heart is pumping that blood. It's helping that lymph to travel through the lymphatic system, which will help your immune system. Right? It's getting that synovial fluid going. All right? The synovial cavities, you get to moving them around. You might hear some crackles, some snap, crackles, and pops. Okay? Get the synovial cavities to create the synovial fluid, which lubricates your joints. Right? And get your body prepared to work, to go into that workout, that intense workout. Now, intense for you may be a different type of intense for someone else, but you're warming up to get ready to work. When you're done working, after about 30, 45 minutes, you want to start to cool down. Cool down. You want to bring that heart rate down to resting heart rate. You want to bring that heart rate down. Okay? Take deep breaths in, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose so that those nasal passages can filter that oxygen, filter the air that you're bringing into those bronchioles that will go down into those lungs. Okay? All right? Where the gas exchange will happen, right? That oxygen and that CO2 gas exchange will happen. And then you want to exhale that CO2. Inhale that O2. Deep, deep, deep belly breath. Exhale the CO2 and other waste. Get it out. All right? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hey guys, remember, when I say don't let people bother you, remember the word self. Do a self-evaluation to make sure that you aren't bothering people as well. Because some of us do it, and we have the thought that, well, everybody else is going to do it anyway. So many people want to be a anyway type of person. And what did our parents teach us? Because they're going to go and jump off the bridge. Do you jump off of the bridge? Figuratively speaking? No. Because they go to school and cut up. Does that mean it's okay for you to go to school and cut up? No, everybody wants to be different and unique until it's time to be different and unique. Because see, a lot of times people aren't really creative. They run out of ideas, or they can't come up with ideas, simple ideas. And that's okay. Sometimes some people just aren't creative. Creativity has levels as well. So when I say don't let bother people bother you, remember self-evaluation. All right? Remember our words, re-evaluation. Make sure that you aren't bothering anybody. And I know, because I'm one. If I'm not bothering you, you start bothering me. Don't say anything about how a person reacts. All actions draw opposite and sometimes equal, sometimes not so equal reactions. Okay? Hey, Top. Girl, I'm about to wind up. Yep. I'm glad you stopped in, though. I'm glad you called me. I had Missy in here, Ali, Betty, and Shawanda came by. I try to remember everybody. April Showers was in here first. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. And I have my notifications set. I have my notifications set for your channel. So I need to stop by there too. Because you know if you don't stop by, they will unsubscribe you. They will unsubscribe you. Okay. I think they understand that we can't get to everybody because so many of us are subscribed to hundreds and even some people, maybe thousands of other people. So that they know that we can't get everywhere all the time. But you do want to show your support, especially to people who support you. You know, people come, if all they say is hello, if all they say is hello, because we're busy, right? We're all busy. We have things to do. We have lives. And if you have the time to sit on this app, if you are married or have a significant other, you have kids, you have family, you have friends, there's no way you should be able to jump on every live, catch every video, want to mod in every chat, and you be there. That's a sign that, you know, what's going on. That makes me wonder, okay, what's going on? And I say that because, like I said the other day, people will say, well, how do you know that they're there if you're not there? Because I know when I take my butt to bed, okay? And, you know, and I get up and get started for the day and I get to work and I get some free time or I got extra few minutes before it's time to leave out. And you start to look at who went live overnight, who did a video overnight, who did a video from yesterday. And some people, you see them in every single one. Every single one. And it may not even say something sometimes. Not, at least not on that particular one. I try to wait till I don't see them so I can get in there and say something because I know they're coming. Right? I'm like, when do they sleep? Because these can be live videos that they're on. And I'm like, okay, throughout the day, yeah. But when do you sleep? Okay, if you work at night, I can see you being up all night. But you're also up all day. You're up all day everywhere. So take time for yourself. Just like we say, there's nothing wrong with being selfish when it comes to family. There's definitely nothing wrong with being selfish when it comes to apps. To the applications, y'all. They're applications, okay? They haven't always been around. All right? I know people get bored when their usual applications aren't available or they take a break. Top says, okay, it's so true. Yes, I know you get bored. But, like, I love Sudoku puzzles. I say use those all the time. Crossword puzzles. Play games. Work your mind. Work your brain. You know how I say work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body? I mean your brain power as well. Okay? Read. If you don't like to read big books, read magazines. Read magazines. Read short stories. Read poems. You know? Stimulate your brain. Stimulate your brain. Other than just TV, a tablet, a laptop, a phone. Stimulate your brain. And if you are going to use those devices, use them to stimulate your brain by reading things that are important, that are truly helpful. Okay? truly helpful, because a lot of times when we're on these apps, we're not really looking at something that's really helpful. Okay, we're looking at things that maybe intrigue us or interest us, and that's good, that's fine, you need that time, but don't let that take up all of your time. We need that time. Just don't let it take up all of your time. And I'm talking about some of these people on 3 or 4 Insta, Tik, YT. They're on all of them, communicating with the same people on each one of them. I'm like, when is the family time? When is the friendship time? You know, the friends you grew up with, you went to elementary school with, you went to junior high, high school, college. So just remember, the apps are fun. And nowadays, people use them for things that they weren't intended to be used for. I totally believe that social media was created for fun, teaching, learning, networking, having experiences at the tip of your fingers that you usually don't have unless you go to a library. Looking at things that going places, like a lot of these people that travel. Oh my gosh, y'all, when they take you on some of these traveling channels, you don't feel, it's almost like you feel a little bit like you're there, depending on the person that you're watching and how much they interact with you and allow you to see what's going on in the places that they travel to when they go out of the country or when they go on vacation. Yeah, that's fun. A lot of that is fun, especially for people who don't travel much, right? So use it for the fun that it was intended for. Use it for the collaborations that they were intended for. Use them for, the good. Because anywhere we got people, people be peopling, right? Y'all know that's one of my sayings. People be peopling. So the bad gonna come with it. The bad, like people say, the world we living in, the people that we're living with in this world. Okay? It's not God's world, it's the people. It's the people. Okay? And we're all individual. Some of us will be a lot alike. Some of us will be different. And just because you're a lot alike doesn't mean you'll always get along. How many of you guys have always heard from your family? She and her mother, they're just alike. Him and his pops, they're just alike. Or her and her father, they're just alike. He and his mom, they're just alike. And then the next sentence is, that's probably why they don't get along. The next sentence is, that's probably why they don't get along. So thank you guys for being in the live. I appreciate your talk. I had to hang out a little bit while you were here, so we had to get some conversation in. And listen, if you are live, go live. That could be your peace time. Don't worry about not having 20 people in the chat, 200 people in the chat, 500 people in the chat, because that's a lot of work, all right? Now, if that's your goal, then you shoot for that. But if you just want to be on here to do, like I said, what I think they were truly meant for, they give you the opportunity to make some money. Take advantage if you can do that. But most people, when they start this app, they don't really be thinking about that. Some people probably do. But you just come on again to have fun, to learn, to teach. Like the Copyright 107 says, entertainment, educational, informational purposes only. Okay? Well, not only. You can learn, you can teach. All right? You can have fun, entertainment. I guess that kind of covers it all. But again, people be peopling, and they can make it a place where you just feel like, wow, really? Wow, really? So be careful about where you go. If you've been going to places where you no longer feel you need to be, go to different places. Help the algorithm, help to change your algorithm within the app. Okay? Help to change your algorithm within the app. The only thing I don't like is when they say, people that you watch also watch this. I'm like, that's what people are trying to get away from. Sometimes people are trying to get away from that. So the best way to do that is to go and think about other things that make you happy. Again, maybe you've been doing race cars, and you're just kind of tired of it. You want to see people travel. You got to start going to the traveling channels. You got to start going, maybe you want to see some family time. You got to start going to the family channels. And I know somebody's going to still be right behind you, but Go places. Sometimes you have to give your mind another direction, right? Because you already know the area that you're in. You know how to get back there, right? So just venture out, you know. And sometimes, believe this or not, sometimes people don't even understand it when you say, nah, I'm good. Y'all, people will get, they don't get mad. You will say, don't share me out. People will be perturbed by that. And I'm like, okay, you got so many people who are asking to be shared out. They're in there begging people to be shared out, and they don't do it. They're wanting to grow in a particular area. But when you say, well, nah, I just want to do this on my own, I'm just kind of, they act like they don't like that. But guess what? What you do on this app, what you do at the grocery store, what you do at school, what you do at work, it isn't meant for someone else to like it. You're a full-grown adult. Thank you, on top. I try. You're a full-grown adult. Just like they're going to do what they want to do, you do what you want to do, right? And so you just venture out, and you always know how to go back where you started, or you always know how to go back to maybe not even where you started, but just somewhere else that you ventured into, and you got a little bored with it, tired of it. If you want to go back, you know how to go back. So I'm going to tell you guys, as always, don't let bother people bother you, but make sure you don't bother people as well. Don't let stressed people stress you out. And don't you go around stressing anybody out. Not if you can help it, okay? All right? And if you find yourself in a misery lounge, and when I say misery lounge, I mean at work, at home. Even at home, sometimes you got to get up and leave out of the room. Go outside. That's okay. Somebody has annoyed you in the house, okay? If you're in the line at Walmart and somebody starts doing some crazy stuff, okay, I got to put this back. I got to put that back. You're in a hurry. You don't want to get out of the line. As soon as you get out of the line, they're going to go ahead, start back ringing up their stuff. Listen, if it's stressing you out, just go to another line. Just go to another line. And if you see that they finally get done and you're still in that other line, that's okay. Because guess what? It was a headache just watching them do what they were doing that could just kind of hold you up, right? So now you wish you could have been done earlier, but at least you feel more peace in the other line, okay? So wherever you are, right? Whatever lounge you're in, right? If you start to feel uncomfortable, unwanted, unwelcome, grab your grip and go. GYGAG, grab your grip and go. And if they come into your place, your platform, your home, your lounge, your area, your personal space, and they're cutting up, tell them to GTGAG, to grab their grip and go, okay? All right? And if they don't want to hear what you have to say, guess what? There's so many other channels. There's so many other apps. Like I love to say, keep moving, keep moving. Keep going. Keep strolling. You don't have to have anybody in your chat if it's not going to bring you peace. Especially if you allow some in and it didn't bring you peace, okay? So go where you feel comfortable, all right? And go where you find peace and where you just enjoy yourself, okay? Where you just enjoy yourself. A lot of people like the rah-rah and the excitement all day, every day. I like the rah-rah and the excitement a few times a week. But I like the slow pace. I love the slow pace. All right. So again, thank you guys for coming. Okay. I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. Okay. Without peace, what we got? Chaos. Without positivity, you know there's negativity. It's going to be around anyway. Try your best to avoid it. Try your best to avoid the chaos. Because wherever chaos and negativity roam and hold hands and walk arm in arm together, it's going to tamper with your prosperity. Okay? And you want to prosper to your fullest potential. So I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. Don't let the negativity and chaos lock arm in arm and cause you to not prosper to your fullest potential. Thank you, Top. Top says absolutely. Yep, good advice, absolutely. So I will see you guys, if it's the Lord's will, on Tuesday. Taco Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday, whatever Tuesday it is for you. Talking Tuesday, Hot Topics Tuesday. Whatever it is for you, I will see you guys on the next one, okay? Thank you, Top. Again, thank you, April, Shawanda, Ali, Misty. I think I got y'all. Thank y'all. Retirement days. I knew it was somebody else. Thank you, Betty. Okay, I will see you guys later. You guys check each other out, support each other genuinely, even if you don't like a person's niche or content. It's okay to just go by and say hello. All right? If it's positive, just support a little bit if you can, okay? Bye, y'all.